These homemade fries with the hummus, they are delish. They're really, really good, yeah. I don't know if you have noticed, but lately there's a lot of creators and people on the internet posting and uploading videos where they're telling pretty much that they don't have any friends, they don't have any supporting system, they don't have anyone that they can talk to. And I don't know about you guys, but I think that is very sad, especially because right now we live in the area of you can get anything online, you can get anything through your smartphone through the palm of your hand. So it is pretty much very accessible, not only to make friends but also to maintain any type of relationship. Even meeting people, like you can download dating apps or you can go through Facebook, Instagram. You can use those apps in whatever way you want to. So when I saw and I watched a lot of those videos saying that, oh, I don't have friends, I don't have people that I can talk to, or I don't have anyone that I can go to in case of an emergency, it made me feel like, um, okay, this is not my case. I don't have that many friends, but I have a few that I can count on. In the case of an emergency, I can make them a phone call, and they're gonna be right there to help me, to support me with whatever that may be, right? So that made me not only realize but also appreciate how blessed I am to have those kind of people in my life that I know that I can count on. And today is one of those days that you don't feel like doing anything or even like going outside. Especially with the weather like this, you don't feel like doing anything, right? Because it's goddamn cold outside. That you just try to think, if I have to do something outside, if I have to step outside, does that can be done online? Does that have to go through my phone? So is there any option that I can do this virtually instead of in person? So that's pretty much when I think that we chose to have those kind of activities indoors instead of going outside. I don't know if I have told you, but growing up in Brazil, I wasn't exactly the popular type of kid in high school, in elementary school, so didn't have that many friends, but I knew I had a few, right? So that's why I was what that's also why I now relate to those videos that I watched recently saying that I didn't have any friends, because I was like, wait a minute, I may not have been the most popular kid in school or the most kid that had the most friends around, but at least I had a few, right? And those few friends were actually the ones that I still have contact nowadays. One of my friends in Brazil, she just majored in medicine. She's a doctor now, and she just started working as a full-time doctor. And I couldn't be more proud of her. I've seen her through social media. We talk from time to time, and we try to keep in touch because I know that sometimes when we're growing up, we tend to grow apart and grow, outside of each other's zone. So I just try to keep contact at least, I don't know, every other week. So I know that we have something that we can talk to share and say, hey, what's up? I've been thinking about you, or this made me think about you, or I was watching the news, or I was scrolling through TikTok, Instagram, and this made me think of you. So I decided to send you a message. And she was telling me that how hard this is right now to for you to get a job as a doctor in Brazil, because Brazil is now living the epitome of a lot of doctors recently graduated, and that's not as many job opportunities for all of them out there. So they have to hustle, right? They have to fight for the jobs or even the opportunity to become one. So it's very common of those people to work as a freelance, right? A freelance doctor. So they tend to have these huge type of nights where they work 12 to 24 to 84 hours because they are trying to get as many hours done possibly so they can earn as much as they can. And she was telling me that she was living in the capital of the city that she made major in, and she had to go to the countryside of the state just to get a job that could pay her bills and also could support her while she just majored, right? So I was like, yeah, I'm really, really happy for you, and I get to see your growth and all of the achievements because we've been kids since we've been friends since 13, 14. So we've been growing and also seeing and watching each other's grow, right, through social media, through FaceTime, and also just through text messages. That's how we were able to keep touch, right? So right now that I see that her dream finally came true to become a doctor, and that she finished everything that she was having to do with the studies, and now she gets to fully work on her dream job that she always wanted to, right? It gets me really, really excited and also really happy to get to see her doing that. So I was talking to her in regards to that as well. So growing up, I didn't have that many friends, but this is not a sad story. This is not another sad story of how I didn't have many friends or how I struggled to be socialized or even to be social outside of the school or outside of anything that required me a lot of social interactions. No, not that's not the case. Even though I didn't have as many friends growing up, I always could have someone to talk to, that I could go to their home or they could come to mine, that we could play or that we could have some time just to build in that relationship. And I get that sometimes in school you get to think about, okay, what can I do to become popular, or what can I do to be accepted with all those kids, right? With all these kids, what can I do to be just like one of them and also be part of the team? Because you don't want to feel left out. You don't want to feel like they're all going to this party, they are going to this travel, they are going to this kind of thing, and I'm not invited. And I didn't want to be uninvited from stuff, so I always made sure to have at least 2 to 3 friends that I could talk to, that I could have this group, and also that would not only apply to me having them growing up, but also in school. We had a lot of projects that required you to be with someone else to get the job done, to get the project done. So I always could count on them. When the teacher would go make yourself a group of 3 to 4 people, I already knew just by looking at them that we were gonna be in the same group, right? Because we were together all the school year, so we knew that we were gonna be together, right, at the same time as well. So it always made me smile when I think about that, because you don't get to see that many often nowadays, especially because the internet changed everything, right? Because I do think that I had internet growing up, especially in high school, but not as big as it is right now. Because at the time that I was 13, 14, you had to have a really strong service and you have to pay a lot of money for that. So it wasn't cheap, right? So whoever person had that accessibility or the possibility of having internet on your mobile, that was like a big thing. We knew that the parents of that kid had money in some way or somehow to pay for that data, or for them to have a smartphone, internet, also data. So everything that would change based on how much you're gonna be able to afford to have a cell phone, and also how much you'll be able to be with your friends that also had smartphones, and that would create a bonding with those people. So I saw a lot of people creating bondings and teams just because they had that to share, right? I have a cell phone, you also have a cell phone, so that makes us friends. And at the time, I did not have the possibility of have a phone because my parents were both struggling to meet rent and also to bring food to the table. So that was not an easy job to for me to have a cell phone. That didn't make sense, right? Because why do I have to worry about having a cell phone if in my number one priority is to make sure that we have food, that my father can feed me and my brother everything that we need. So that was also constantly a thought of my growing up. I was like, okay, I need to help with my friends, I need to help with my parents at home, I need to do something to help them. So that's when I started to work at 13, selling fruit at this municipal market in my city. I was 13 at the time, and I didn't make a much of money, but I was able to, the little money that I was able to make, help with food in my home. So that's something that going back in time and also realizing how much I have grown and everything I have been through so far, that makes me realize that from a very young age, I was always working and also trying to make my life and the people that is around me more comfortable, because I know that sometimes it's not easy, and especially if you are still working, you're still in high school. I mean, that's a lot of responsibility that you have to deal with, right? Because you have to go to school, you have to work, and at the same time, you still have to find time to socialize and have friends in school. So that was not an easy task for me to get done growing up. So that's something that I also remember from time to time. And today was one of those days that I found myself thinking about me growing up, and also the time that I spent in the house of my parents, and also everything that we did, everything that, I mean, not everything, because I don't think we can have the memory everything that we've been through, but most of them were I'm still able to recall, and also to see flashlights of those scenes, and also those conversations and those dialogues of me and my parents, me and my friends, and also the city that the people that I have around growing up, right? So today I didn't feel like doing anything. I didn't feel like going out, but I had this in back of my mind that okay, this is different because whenever it's summer or even autumn here in New York City, you get to go out and explore the city. Doesn't matter if it's Wednesday night or it's Sunday morning. You feel energetic and excited to step outside and just enjoy the city, right? Because that's so much to do. This is a 24/7 city that doesn't sleep, that doesn't get a break time. So that's always something going on. That's always something that you can do. And going on that time of period, being more in this weather, so this kind of time of the year, it makes you feel like, okay, what else can I do when I'm not going outside, when I'm not feeling that excited to go out? Because last night my friend from Brazil, he went to this party that was like themed from Brazil, and I had the opportunity to step outside and go with them. We also had made plans to go to the party, but 5 to 6 hours later, I was like, I don't think I'm gonna make it tonight. I don't think I'm gonna go with you tonight because I don't feel like doing it. And he was somehow stressed because he was under the pressure and also wanting to go outside and to enjoy and to be here and also enjoy everything that was like accessible for him. That it made me realize that okay, if I don't feel like doing anything, but you can also still go to the place, right? You can also still go to the club. Of course, it's not gonna be the same as me going with you, but you still have to get fun, and that's the thing that you still get to do, right? So I was like, okay, I don't feel like going, but you can still go. I mean, you should go because going to a club, having fun, that's something that we all should be able to do no matter if it's winter, if it's spring, if it's summer, right? We also have the feeling that we can be outside, that we can step foot outside and still enjoy the city. If it's even if it's not cloudy, even if it's not sunny or rainy. I mean, it doesn't matter what is the time of the year or also what is the weather outside like, but we should always have the possibility of stepping out and enjoying the city. And also, it is okay not to be going outside every weekend, because whenever you get to, I think it's also okay to not feel the necessity of going out every weekend, because whenever you feel like, okay, I have to be home this weekend because I don't feel like doing anything. Yeah, okay, what else I can do? What else I can get done inside that I wouldn't be able if I went outside, right? It's always funny because days like this, it always make me wonder about life, and I think and also have these wild thoughts that okay, what can I do? What else can I do? Like what do I have to get done? Like what can I not leave till the get done tomorrow? So it's always this thinking cycle of where am I right now, and it has me think. And one thing that has really helped me with the process. And one thing that has really helped me with organizing my thoughts and everything that I have going through, and also plans that I make, is this journaling book that a friend of mine gave it to me. It's called Taking Care of Me, a Master Plan. Daily prompts to help you start your day with an intentional mind and end with a grateful heart. Excuse me. And I'm just gonna show you a sample. Let's start with the sunrise because it says current mood, and you're gonna say how you feel whenever you are waking up. Start of the day, and you put in your list 3 goals that you have for the day. So goals for today. And you also get to write how can I make today enjoyable. Today I'm looking forward to what can I do to be my best self today. And you're gonna write all this down when you're just waking up. And before going to bed, I mean before going to sleep, you're gonna go to the following page, and it's gonna be sunset. And it's gonna say current mood, how you feel at the exact time that you're going to bed, and also end of day, end of the day, what did I do well today. So you're not gonna list anything from 1 to 3. You're gonna have a free writing to say whatever is on your mind that you feel like you are able to do well that day. And it doesn't have to be anything big, or it doesn't have to be anything exceptional. It can be something that you did done that you get to actually get it done that day. So it could be anything like I cleaned my room, I washed all my sheets, and also I cooked for myself. Anything that you feel like that you did well, you can like put it on here. The second thing is gonna be what brought me joy today. Again, it doesn't have to be something big. It doesn't have to be something really like tremendous. It can be anything from eating a food, or even cooking yourself a food that you wanted to for a long time, or even just sitting down and reading a book, or even having a phone call with someone that you wanted for a long time, right? It could be anything that made you feel good, that brought you joy that day. And the last thing is gonna be what I am grateful for. So I consider this to be the most important thing because whenever we have that mindset that we feel grateful for things, and I'm not talking about big stuff, I'm talking about small stuff. Anything could be something that you're grateful for. You start to write that down. Whenever you start to write that down, you're gonna have the feeling that, gosh, I started to realize that I can say thank you. I can be grateful. I can be thankful for anything that has happened that made me realize how much I enjoy living, how much I feel joy just by stepping out of my comfort zone, just by doing something that I really wanted to do. So you get to write all of this, and it's gonna be a current day on a 360 plan. So you have 360 pages just to put on paper what you were able to do and to get done from the beginning of the day to the end of the day. So sunrise and sunset, right? And since I she gave me this, I think it's been not a month, but I think almost 3 weeks now. I was able to daily write down everything that I was online on this, and also everything that I was thinking. I can see that two different persons, one before this book and another one after this book. Cause not to talk too much, but that's something that changes within you when you're able to realize things just by writing down. And some call it journaling, some call it just writing, some call it side notes or whatever you want to call it. But this is really important when you get to write down things. And I think I have spoke about this before, but this is really helpful when you get to write down whatever you're feeling. And the possibility of writing as when you wake up and when you go to bed is totally mind blowing because you get to see what you were thinking when you just woke up because you just had a night of sleep, right? You were sleeping for 6, 7, 8 hours, and now you get to talk about what you about to experience, or even what you have just done at sunset. So sunrise and sunset, these are two moments that you have to take to really take a deep breath and analyze how everything has been going on between those two moments. So this is something that I would recommend you guys. I can put in the description a book just like this if you want to try it. If you have not tried it before, I totally recommend you to do this. I'm not sure where she bought it because again, this was a gift, so I don't know exactly where she got it from, but I'm gonna try to put down below so you guys can purchase one book that is similar to this. Okay, so if you made this far, make sure to leave in the comments if you have any thoughts about what I just said. If anything resonates with you, comment on down below. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.